Cherie Brown, GIS.
And Daniel Seaman with the assessment office.
This is for pictometry imagery, 2 flights over 6 years. And we have a commitment from the City of Lebanon Authority to pay approximately 20% of the contract, which the total contract is $223,562.50, and $10,000 each year from the MPO. And we have commitment from everyone but one we contacted, Municipality, to join in on this project with us at a cost of 50 cents per parcel.
Good job.
So this will give us oblique imagery, which oblique imagery is imagery that's taken from 4 different directions. So if you think about a property, a building, you get all 4 sides of the building, not just the traditional down approach. It's taken at a 45-degree angle. So you get oblique imagery for the entire county at 2 different scales. They have a neighborhood and a community scale. The neighborhood scale is, if you think of like Route 422, the City of Lebanon, some of our developments that have denser area to cover, those are neighborhood, and then community is taken for the entire county, and that's at a slightly higher scale of photography, but still workable for us. No, I think 1 inch equals 200. And then you also get ortho imagery for the entire county, so we would be able to replace the imagery we have from 2008 with an ortho image that would be used by almost every department and the municipalities and public safety. We see vast use of that. We would update our data layers off of that. We'll be getting updated building footprints, which is essential to us. We need to be thinking about addressing each building for EMA purposes. That's going to help us with that project. So our imagery we have now is out of date. We were able to demonstrate to you where there's been development and we show there's no building on the property, but yet there is, we know there's a building, or cases where maybe a building has burned down. We're still showing that on our imagery. So this is going to be a huge benefit to GIS and really to all the departments that we're able to support, which includes assessment. But
Yeah, and it also includes a product called Change Finder or Change Detection, where it'll compare the imagery to prior imagery and be able to show where there's new buildings on properties. So we'll be able to sit at our desks and be able to at least identify areas that may need updates to their assessment or whatever. It also includes a product called Connect that's going to go to the municipalities, that'll go to police departments and fire departments, that they'll be able to utilize this through the web, through a web browser, to be able to use that when they go to properties, to be able to see. I just can't see or minimize the benefit that fire companies are going to be able to get, and police departments, 2 o'clock in the morning, to be able to see a property from all angles, to be able to see the windows, doors, whatever, in any situation. So, and it also be able to measure how far they are away from a fire hydrant, stuff like that, if it picks it up. So.
and it can measure height as well as length. So that's important because they could, measure building height or that type of thing. And the Connect product can also be used on a cell phone, a mobile phone, or an iPad. So some of the municipalities might find use for that out in the field. For the ortho image, it was 2008. With the reassessment, we did do a flight in 2011, 2012.
It's also a very beneficial time for us to fly.
Yes.
We kind of piggybacked on because Dauphin County, Schuykill County, Berks, and I think we've heard that
Lancaster has agreed now to do it as well.
So we kind of played on that to be able to get a reduced cost. So.
And we will have access to our neighbors' imagery as well. So when we're doing planning and this type of thing, it will seam right over into the other county, and it'll all be in the same time frame, so we know when the imagery was taken. So it's a big benefit to not just us, but to our regional task force as well, that we're all going to have up-to-date imagery.
I'll make a motion to approve the pictometry purchase.
I'll second the motion.
It's available to the public when they're viewing our data. It's something that will be behind our data, you know, the image behind the data. So from that standpoint, we don't really have an online product at this time, so it's not something that they can purchase from us, and there would be some limitations to that because Pictometry does, you know, essentially own the imagery to begin with. So we would have to work out how that all looks when you're talking about selling the data itself.
I'll have to put you on.
We did not, they were not able to be reached because they were in the middle of something, so it wasn't that they aren't
okay.
willing to, it's just we were not able to touch base with them yet, so we're still hoping
Okay.
to talk to them, and I think it will work out, yeah.
As she said, this is a 6-year lease, lease to
6-year
pay,
Yeah.
payment, 6
Right.
payments, and the first of those is in the 2016 budget.
Budget.
Just pointing it out.
I have a motion and a second. John distracted me. It's his fault. All those in favor of approving the contract as presented indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.